by Greg Mackey. I think underestimating the strength of the wind there. Just a knock for Les Clerc. So St Helens Divine to feed. And good scrummaging. Connolly. Only 18 years of age, this St Helens #1. Frodsham running into 32 stone there of Dannett and Harrison.
I think what St Helens are trying to do, Ray, is just take the ball to the man and catch him on the break, because there's always men in support, and moving the ball out wide, this is where they're most dangerous.
Cooper again, directing operations, always moves forward with the ball, bringing Hull players onto him, looking for that defence splitting pass. Cooper. Gay, risky pass. Charles. That's a good tackle. Good tackle from Phil Vevers. And suddenly St Helens penning the Hull down here. No way through for these big lads. Number 10, Andy Dannett. That's a good pass. This time Jackson. Oh, and a good tackle by Cooper on Harrison. Dannett. Frodsham. Just one pass too many, Alec.
Yes, I think they'll be a little bit better advised, moving the ball a bit wider out. They've made 2 good breaks, Hull, but St Helens look as though they've done their own work and attacking very well.
Oh, that's a good ball from Loughlin to Dwyer. Behind. Well, it's a Hull play. It's amazing. The whole crowd were booing when Divine got the ball, but they cheered when the Hull player got it. And it's Connolly again.
I think Jerry Kershaw, Ray, got himself out of a little bit of trouble then, because he'd give a knock on and wave play on.
Man. Brought forward for New Zealand in this recent tour in October, November. And Divine lost it again. Not the strongest physically of lads, number 7. Very clever footballer, very quick footballer. One or two of these Hull forwards knocking the ball out of his grasp. Just 15 minutes left in this second half. 6 points to 4 for Hull. Oh, a good run there by Mackey to Eastwood. Now then, it's a forward pass. No, Richard Gay can look round, but no try. Forward pass. St Helens.
And I think this was a very, very debatable. The referees give a forward pass. Now, you can make your own minds up there. It looked 50-50 to me, but it certainly looked a good try for Hull if you hadn't to blow them back.
So, scrum down, Sean Divine to feed, he gets it again. And a good tackle. Well read the situation by Richard Gay. Tommy Frodsham coming well into the game. Oh, that's a bad slip by Alan Hunt. Only just making his way in the game, this young wingman from the Eastmoor amateur side. But good play. St Helens winning these scrums 6-1, but of course they've had the put in.
It doesn't look as though there's a lot of organisation in this whole side, Ray. The forwards are just walking about the field and
Mr. Kershaw judging that St Helens interfering at the play of the ball. And Eastwood really should be looking for some distance here. Well, the ball almost gone backwards, Alec.
Well, I think the wind might be swirling different ways now, Ray, because, you know, it certainly went back, that ball.
Harrison having a fine game, this lad. Very mobile for his size. And his partner in crime, Andy Dannett. I think a little frustration creeping in there at the dropping of these passes. Again, Divine feeds the scrum. St Helens, very consistent side, one of the few First Division sides never to have left the First Division since 1973. That's a good ball to Haggerty. He keeps stepping back inside, Roy Haggerty, though, Alec, and
yes,
leaving
he does. He doesn't look to me as though he's running as strong as he can run. They're obviously using him wide out, but I think St Helens will be a lot happier with this score than Brian Smith will have from home.
Fodsham, oh, that's a beautiful piece of play, but a good cover tackle. Good example there, number 7 Phil Windley, of this sweeper roll, the half-back behind the line of defence. Vivas. The 6th tackle. Oh, that's a beautiful pass to Haggerty. Now then, they've got a 2-to-1 situation. Oh. Well, Roy Haggerty suddenly lost himself there and lost Les Quirk, so an opportunity gone.
It doesn't look a lot of organisation. That was terrible play from Roy Haggerty, Ray, but having said that, I think St Helens will be a lot pleased with the way they're moving this ball out wide.
And here's Hull back again, Lee Jackson. Well, now then, what was Forber doing? Looked to me as if the possibility of a headbutt there, but referee Mr. Kershaw happy about it. 10 minutes left in this first half. Hull just at 1. Andy Dannett try. Eastwood conversion. 6 points. St Helens 4 with the Dwyer try. Cooper playing the blind side. That's good rugby. Oh, I think Divine should have let the ball go. Work going in here from these forwards in the last 20 minutes of this match. I think a few gaps will be appearing, 1 or 2 will be tiring. The arguments over the overseas coaches, well, none on that bench. Mike McClellan, the new St Helens coach from New Zealand, and Brian Smith, an Australian for Hull. Sixth tackle. Again. St Helens can't afford to let these 2 prop forwards get into the gallop. That's a good kick. Forceful kick. It's not going into touch, but it's certainly taking play 60-70 yards back. Well done by young Connolly.
St Helens look a lot sharper here when they're moving the ball out wide. I'm very, very surprised that they're trying to play them down the middle, because Hull just want to tackle and tackle.
coming inside, obviously. A little cold out there on the wing. Divine looking for the gap. Laughlin. Not a good kick.
There's one or two of the old players very, very slow walking back and lack of organisation.
Problems with this lad, Alec, a broken toe. He doesn't seem to be running all that well, does he?
Well, to me, he's not been in the game, and you can't afford him to do that.
Jackson, one forward who's certainly been in the game. Lively hooker this, tipped for honours. And one lad who's already had honours, Andy Dannett, England schools player, Great Britain under-21s player. These kicks not really doing anything for Hull, are they? They're not pushing the ball to the corners.
No, this is the Australian type of coaching, Ray. This is the way he wants them to be playing. Play them in your own 25 and tackle.
Oh, good run there from Alan Hunt. But just stopped by Charles. Dwyer. That's a good ball from George Mann to Cooper. Now then, has he got the support to Former? That's good rugby. When St Helens break this cover, the support is coming. Cooper again. Frodgen.
I don't think Shane Cooper can believe how much space he's getting there. They're going to have to keep picking him up. He's having an absolute birthday. Every time he's got men outside him and he can just do what he wants.
He's certainly moving this ball for St Helens. Dominant figure. Has been the caretaker coach until Mike McLennan arrived from Auckland. Just 5 minutes left in this first half. 6-4 still to Hull. Windley. Now then, if you want to put a kick in, Alec, 5 minutes before half-time, that's the one, isn't it?
Yes, that's the killer, but the problem is now they must come up with the ball, and I think there might be a problem here where the touch judge might have saw something off the ball, but no, he looks as though he's waving play on.
Yeah, and he looks as if he's enjoying himself, doesn't he? And it's Hull ball. Now then, that's a bad slip by Divine. It was St Helens heading ball, and Hull come up with it. 6 tackles. Richard Gay. Hull now driving in. Brian Blacker. That's a good tackle from Paul Laughlin. 2 yards now from this St Helens line. Jackson. The short pass to Clean. Oh, he's a powerful, rampaging lad when he gets going. Roy Haggerty clinging to dear life. Jackson to Dannett. Hull using these big forwards, driving down the middle. Windley again. Oh, he's lost everybody, but they've let him get away. And he's lost the ball. A chance gone begging there by Phil Windley. He escaped, but couldn't put it down.
Well, I don't know what Windley's doing here. He just doesn't know what he's going to do here. He runs one way, then runs the other way. He certainly gets lost and takes his players out, and in the end a little chip, but
Cooper. Frodgen, 3 minutes left in the half to Laughlin. Not seen a lot of Paul Laughlin. The ball not really moved out to this Great Britain centre. I think both coaches, Alec, can be satisfied with the defensive strategies.
Well, I wouldn't be satisfied if I was Brian Smith. I certainly not 6-4 in front. I think McClellan will be a lot happier because he's going to have a strong wing in the second half, and St Helens look as though they've got that yard of pace if they move the ball out wide.
And they are doing. Cooper, that's a good chip. Well taken by Blacker. Well intended there by St Helens, but Hull coming up with the ball. Harrison driving in again. Hull making most ground with these two props. St Helens pack standing back, letting them run. Mackie. I think Hull's sense here, they've got to get some more points on the board. Minutes ticking away, and there's the Hull props again, giving them far too much room, Alec.
Yes, they are, but it's one-man football there. There's very little support, and they're certainly going to have to score from this position.
Windley, back to Cleal. And a forward pass. And I think that could be a handover. No, a scrum. That's me thinking again.
Well, I think, Ray, that's why you've never become a referee.
Thank you. Divine. And just 60 seconds to go. I'm sure St Helens will hold the ball for these 6 tackles. Not be looking for anything risky here, nothing adventurous. Cooper, back to man.
I think considering Shane Cooper's had a bad leg, Ray, he's in a lot of the play, isn't he?
Oh, it's been one of the great confidence tricks of the weekend, Alec.
I would think that could have been a possibility.
The ball to Vivers. Oh, good coming. Good confrontation between these two, Marcus Charles and Phil Vivers. Good running, good tackling. Connolly. Oh, well judged by Connolly. Now then, it's a chase, but it's a strong win. Will it hold? Well, the crowd roar, and he's kicked it. Referee, Mr. Kershaw gives the try, and I think it was the strength of that wind, as well as the ingenuity of this youngster, 18 years of age. He took a gamble, and it paid off. Saints in the lead, 8 points to 6, and what a time to win the lead.
Well, that's a great try for St Helens, and what a time to score it. Move the ball out wide here, always follow the ball and always play the advantage. Great play by young Gary Connolly. Now watch as he kicks the ball, never stops running, plays the ball all the way and just gets a touch to it. Good try.
Yeah. Certainly Connolly was claiming that try. It's only his 3rd of the season, but could possibly be the most important one of the season for that youngster. And not the easiest of kicks for Paul Loughlin. But 8 points to 6, St Helens in the lead. But facing a strong wind, he's got to curve this ball round. And he doesn't do, he curves it too much. So St Helens 8 points to 6, and what a good try.
Well, this was it. Gary Connolly had a lovely little chip through and follows the ball. Now he gets a tremendous big boot to it here, and all you've got to do, you've only got to touch the ball over the line. He does just that. He just gets a fingertip to it, and that's enough.
And there is the half-time hooter. No chance for Hull to reply, and I'm sure St Helens New Zealand coach Mike McClellan's going to be very, very happy with that, going in at half-time there, leading 8 points to 6. St Helens skipper, loose forward Shane Cooper, only declared fit minutes before the kick-off. There was drama in the dressing room as to whether he would come out or not, but I'm sure Alex Saints must be glad that he did come out.
Yes, because he's been the difference between the two sides, Ray. He's moving the ball about very quickly, and I think they'll be very happy at half-time.
And certainly Coach McLennan will be happy. 8 points to 6 for St Helens. And as we thought, I think Noel Cleal suffering too much from that broken toe. A great forward, but if you're injured, you can't play. And coming on for Noel Cleal, Paul Wellham. St Helens opening up lively in here, and John Sharp, Paul Wellham, two substitute forwards on for Cleal and McNamara, and that's a good run. Oh, brilliantly gathered, and he's over. What a shot try, but just the handling of George Mann there for the prop forward. He can run, he can pass, and what a beautiful take of the ball and the slip to Phil Vivers. And that's a devastating try, certainly against Hull. Phil Vivers, been in superb form this season, had to leave the field last Sunday against Leeds after 18 minutes with an elbow injury. And another player says must be glad to see on the field.
Well, this is just the start St Helens needed. A beautiful little chip by Shane Cooper. George Mann takes it as though it's no problem and gives Phil Vivers the simplest of chances.
A difficult kick, but unlike his kicks in the first half, he does have a very strong following wind. And there is the advantage of that wind, and it's 2 points. 14 points to 6 for St Helens, and Loughlin smiles on his face now. He knows he's got the wind advantage.